Hello everyone, welcome back to the video series. In this video, we are going to be looking at my game against Niemann from FTX Crypto Cup in Miami. So, this was the second game of the match. I had lost the first game, so I was in a position I needed to win at least one game to force a tie break, and so I just wanted to put as much pressure as I can with the white pieces. The game started with d4, knight f6, 4, 6, 3. I was expecting Nimzo Indian bishop b4, f5. I also looked at it. 5, bishop 5 I take. Even c6, e, f5. This is a line which forces white, not forces, but allows white to this endgame with bishop g6, 6, f6. Basically, in this endgame, black has this weak pawns, double to pawns, but compensation he has this double bishop. And also, it's an endgame, so it's usually a pleasant endgame for white. But if black knows how to play, and black is just in general very solid in this line. So I went h4. h4 is played. I went h3. d6. Not stopping knight f4, but I didn't want to commit knight f4 quickly, so I went g3. Then knight d7. King d7 was played. Here I played bishop d3, but I thought let me keep the options. I took e1 with the idea of playing knight f4. Because if bishop f4, there is an option to play e takes f4. Basically, that's what happened in the game. He played f5, I played knight f4. If bishop f4, basically I can take gf4 or ef4, and I think both are good. f6. And here I felt I found this quite nice plan. Because black wants to play knight e4, and if knight e4, then f takes e4. Black is solving his problems. So 3 stopping knight e4. I'm weakening g3 and e3, but I saw that bishop h7, if with the idea of rook g8, I can go king e2, and if rook g8, just king f2. In endgame, there is this principle called king should defend the weak pawns, and basically then the other pieces can attack opponent weaknesses. So that's why. And now here, for me, with the king, I can defend both e3 and g3, and basically it means that I don't have any weaknesses. a5 instead of rook at g8, when king f2, 4 was played, bishop d3. This is normal developing moves. d7, I went rook c1, because the play is going to be on the c file. It's a semi-open file, and here he made this positional mistake, I would say, with b5, basically just weakening c6 and c5 square. And now you can see that black really has a lot of weaknesses in black's camp. So I felt white should be much better here, and I think it's true that white is a very good position. Here I could have played bishop f1, which would have been better to go bishop h3. I went bishop b1. Um, I think I'd seen the game that bishop f1 would be better because later I eventually went to bishop f1 plan. Hit g8. I wanted to get knight d3, so knight c2, g8. Basically, black really has no plan, and okay, he just has to wait. And white can slowly improve, and which is always nice. Knight d3. King 1 was played. I went to 3, doubling the rooks on c5. King d6. h1, c8. And so far, I felt I played quite well. So I went knight 4, g6, c5, e7. Now I felt that I've improved almost all the pieces are in good position, and I thought there are basically two kind of thinking, either to directly go for some b3 break or something, or try to improve it even further. And I figured out that bishop on b1 not it's good, it's attacking f5, but I felt it would be even better on f1, because it'll put pressure on b5 pawn, as well as it can go to h3 and put pressure on f5. So I decided to maneuver it to f1, but here, according to the computer, the DAB f4 wins. Saw this plan, but I felt that black doesn't have any counterplay, so I can just take my time and just improve the position. When BD bishop was played, and here it's an interesting question: how to take back the piece with e pawn or with g pawn. I mean, both are possible. White is better with both moves, but EF4, I took EF4, but GF4 maybe was slightly better with the idea of rook G1, rook G5. But there's nothing with EF4. Rook A7, I went bishop F1. Knight E8, way to improve the knight. And now I went 3, playing knight B4, basically to put pressure on C6 and D5. Knight 6, knight 4. Rook A7. Now I felt I got my pieces to the ideal position. So I break with B3, B3, B3. I got this open file. So next time I'm gonna go rook A1, F6, A1, bishop 8, threatening rook A7. So if I go rook C2, there is rook A7. So I let this move rook A6, king on, and now rook C2. Well, this was quite clever because if rook A8, same plan, now this is the problem that rook on C7 is hanging. In the other variation, if rook C2, rook A7, rook A7, king A7, knight D5, rook C8, there is knight protecting it, so knight can just be captured. That's the problem. So rook A6 check was quite important. King B7, rook C2, rook D8 he played, A2, and the question is already just busted for black. King C8, knight D, E7, bishop H3. Basically, you can see that almost all white pieces are in great position, and black has just all the weaknesses. C6 is weak, F5 is weak, F6 is weak. And here I calculated this with rook B6, king D1, A7, rook B8, and knight B4. And here there was this one to knight A5, but it doesn't work. King C7, rook S. And knight D8, rook B6, king B7, and I just win all the pawns. So game is like bishop E8, rook F5. D8 was played, I went 3 to defend D4. D8, takes D5, rook D1, D5, and it is just game over. B6, rook C4, 5, knight D4, and here he just played king C6, I went king 3. I could have tried to 3, but just lost basically. So yeah, I felt this endgame has always been a solid thing for Black, and I really like this game. And I like the main thing I liked there was this King E2, King of Idea is one I really liked, and also to just maneuver these things with E2, then just maneuvering, and that's what I meant by logical play. Just trying to improve the position and try to play logically. I This game was very important to come back in the match as well, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this game and this video.